back of the van. About to go over the bridge for Skye. Let's go. Pass you over to Sam. There you go. Oh. Following rolling foundations because we now need to try and find somewhere to actually pitch up tonight.
We met up with Rolling Foundations, some of our followers that just happened to be in Scotland at the same time as us. The Isle of Skye was beautiful and we spent one night on the island. We know this wasn't long enough to spend there and we would have loved to have spent longer, but we just had to move on. We had a date with the infamous Ben Nevis which we'd planned to climb very soon after visiting the Isle of Skye, so we just had to press on. There's just no doubt about it, we'll be visiting the Isle of Skye again very, very soon. You could spend the whole holiday just exploring the island in itself.
Good morning YouTube. So, we appear to be some of the only people up at the moment, but we've decided we're going to hit this early, and it looks like that's a good decision because the weather is okay for this morning, turns drizzly later on, so we're just prepping. We prepped majority last night, but we're just having our breakfast now, and then we'll load up. But we are climbing, if you don't know, Ben Nevis. So we've already done Snowdon and Scafell last year, so this is the third one to complete the trio. So yeah, porridge, eggs, Sam sitting in there.
Porridge.
Is it nice porridge?
Not fantastic.
It's a bit like glue. It's the ones you fill up with water. Anyway, yeah, so misty at the moment, as you can see, the path's not there. Yeah, hopefully we should be off in the next quarter of an hour or so. Right, so we are at the start and we're going to set a timer just to see out of curiosity how long it's going to take. Sam's got a little bit of an injured knee, which is why we're taking the easier path, but yeah, here we go. Start. So the map is telling us we're nearly halfway and we're 40 minutes in. That may be completely wrong, some of you might already be laughing, but I'm expecting there to be a lot further. That view, wow.
I look stupid. I just realised I got this on my head.
That's fine.
Got my little hair. Oh yeah.
These steps, it feels like a shorter distance than some of the other ones we've done, but these steps all the way up are absolute killer.
Yes, they are.
Step after step. Snowdon, for example, the route we took is a gradual sort of slow percent from the bottom, and then it gets high. It's much longer, yeah. And then it gets higher very quickly and gets steeper. Then there's a grade 1 scramble at the end. But we think that that's the peak up there. The weather is supposed to be sunny and good this morning. Obviously we've peeked through the, come through the clouds now that are low down in the valley, and then PM is supposed to be starting to rain. So we're sort of on a weather window. Let's see how we do. As well, down the, well, about a third of the way up, I had to change my t-shirt round because I had it on back to front. So I've got some sweaty Betty thing on the front of my t-shirt. So we're nearly at 1,000 metres. I think 1,085 is Snowdon. I think we've got another 300 to go. How you feeling, Sam?
Not too bad.
It's just the steepness of it that gets you. It's a slog.
Slog.
Up there. I just stopped quickly to refuel with a figgy roll for a final push to the top. Getting cooler up here as well now. Clouds are starting to break up down there.
Oh wow.
So the peak is shrouded in cloud at the moment, but you can just see the sun trying to poke through. So the worst of it is now complete. We're pretty much on the top ridge. The end is in sight and the sun is just trying to peek through. So yeah, nearly there. Got to be it. Very craggy. Here we go. Coronavirus.
Woo!
Yeehaw. I'm guessing you can hunker down in here if the weather comes in right at the peak.
Oh, things are fags in there, man.
That's disgusting. Some people. So we're eating our lunch at the top. The amount of rubbish that people have left up here is disgusting. Filthy, right? Got my sandwich, my rubbish, dropped a bit, I'm going to pick it up. Here you go, in the bag. How hard was that? He's got his iron brew.
Iron brew.
Always got to have a little treat, haven't you? By the time you get to the top, pull out an iron brew. Lovely. So I'll just put the drone up, and it's a little bit windy up here, and whilst the drone could probably handle going out over the cliff and out, I think I've tested my luck quite a lot on this trip, and I'm a bit apprehensive about doing it. It could probably handle it quite fine, but it's that fear of the drop there, and if it decides to go landing, because I've had that before and it just wants to land, and if it lands down there I ain't getting it back. But yeah, got a couple of little shots, and now making our way down to the bomb. So it was good that we left super early this morning, because the amount of traffic we've bumped into on the way down has been quite something. There's so many people ascending now, and it makes your descent a little bit harder. You move over for some people, they don't say thank you, they don't move out of the way. Bit of courtesy never hurt anyone. Anyway, seems to be a break in it now, so trying to get some pace up. It's alright when you get onto the steps because you can hobble down. I think I'll stop here, get the bandana wet in the waterfall. That's nice. That is nice. Oh. Hello. Okay, let's go. We're going to get sub 6 hours. We dawdled at the top for some photos and things, but sub 6 is the aim. The van is in sight, and I think we're looking at 5:45. Here we go, final gate. Cheers, buddy. There we go. Back of the van. Here he comes.
Just got to our campsite for the night.
Oh! Stuff knocking on the back of their van. So Sam is just cutting some firewood over there. I'm just looking for some driftwood so we can keep our little campfire going for this evening. It's quite a calm little spot this, just on the other side of Fort William. If anyone wants to know where it is, drop us a message and I'm sure we will be able to help you. Loads of bits of driftwood along here. Just want to get the old trusty front row chairs out. Look how easy. Like that, done. So compact. Again, if you missed it because it's so quick, like that, done.
That evening, we had a beer or two and shared stories over the campfire.
So we're just doing our final little bits of tidy up. Last night, some really strong wind came in, and we found ourselves early hours of the morning trying to pull in the front cover that was on the front of the van because it wrapped itself around the roof rack. So that had to come off. I had to jump out half naked to try and get that in. Plan for today is to go and do a photo shoot with a drone at one of the, I suppose, famous Instagram bridges with a big mountain in the background. So I'm sure if we do get that, you'll see that. Yeah, we'll see what today holds. But yeah, the wind really did get up last night, and it was quite windy, and I kept thinking that tree up there was going to come down, and if it did, we wouldn't have stood a chance on this thing in a little tin can. But yeah, let's crack on with the day. The exciting bit is going to be getting back up this. Now, I think when previous people have been here and they've put comments on the spot, some guy had to be towed out with a 4x4 from down the road or something. Nearly ready, Sam?
Yes, I'm ready.
You ready? We now have an audience. Here goes nothing. Easy. Easy. Right, now the turn for Sam. You got that to beat, Sam. Go. And that's how you do it. Let's board the ferry. So we find ourselves at, some of you may have seen the photos actually on Instagram, quite a famous Instagram sort of portrait photo, is of the large mountain in the background with a bridge you probably can't see just down in the distance. So I've managed to get the drone up and get the shot. Rain held out for a bit, very windy though, but it was worth the risk putting the drone up to get the shot. The drone was doing all that. Yeah, what a view. So that marks the end of the sort of things we wanted to do. So we'll probably start heading south now, I would imagine. Got to decide on where we're going to head, but
We really did have an amazing time when we were lucky enough to see Scotland in its best light. For 2 weeks solid, we had brilliant sunshine and lovely warm days, albeit a little bit ruined by the midges. But then again, you can't have it all. It's trips like these that make van life what it's all about. Smiles on your faces and making memories that will last a long, long time.